Today we're looking at trade setups on the cryptocurrency XRP and the Forex pair Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. And then, wait for it, we've got a big announcement. Hi, this is Tim from TradingStrategyGuides.com. Just to keep you up to date, the weather in North Texas has been beautiful. Nice spring weather here. Hopefully this will continue and not morph into Texas 100-degree summer. I guess I shouldn't hold my breath for that, right? Tell me in the comments where you're located and what the weather is like. And yeah, I'm going to go there. We're going to talk about the weather. Today we're looking at ascending triangles on both the cryptocurrency XRP and the Forex pair Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, or as those of us in the know would say, the Aussie Kiwi. And you know, I spent some time in trading rooms with some really fun Australian folks, and they assured me that no matter how we Yanks want to say it, they should be referred to as Aussies, not Aussies. Be sure to hang around to the end of the video because I've got some awesome news for those of you who follow the trade picks. Don't miss it. As usual, we're going to start by looking at a few charts. And later on, this week's trading maxim. Happy Monday. Bitcoin. I told you last week I took a short on Bitcoin. Well, it came almost to my target right there, and then had a huge bullish day right there and closed back above my trigger point, which was this 48,700. So I took the loss on it. I didn't actually call this trade on the channel, so I'm not including it in the stats. Just so you know, I wouldn't have included it if it had been a winner either. Anyway, I'll still be going long on a close above this prior high of 58,400 if it gets up there. Looks like it might be winding up into a little triangle, so we may have a quicker trade on it. I'll let you know about that as soon as I know more about it. The Euro Swiss franc had a pullback right here on Friday, but it's still way up here, and my stop is right here at 109.71. That locks in 76 pips on the second half of this one. And the US dollar Swissy hit the first target nicely and hasn't looked back. It's just like a little rocket, and I like little rockets. The PSAR finally got up here above the break even. So I've locked in 2 pips on this with my stop currently at 90.54. I'm sure we'll be doing more of that this week. The cryptocurrency Dogecoin has just been going sideways for over a week now. The momentum is gone. So I'm just going to go ahead and close this thing, take the loss on it, and move on. Closed it at 0501 with a 0.6% account loss on this one. But keep an eye on it because it is kind of making a ascending triangle here. So I'll let you know. But for now, I'm done with Dogecoin. And the Euro Swedish Krona closed back in the range right down here the day after it triggered. So I took a small loss on it. 0.8% account loss. Closing at 10.1534. You win a few, you lose a few. Remember, this is just the cost of doing business. So it's not a big deal. Done with the Euro Krona for right now. Netflix Inc. triggered a sell on Thursday right here. And then Friday it went over halfway to the target and then pulled back. It's still closed outside of the triangle, so I'm still in this. My first target is 493.50. Stop loss is 537.98. Both the Great British Pound Japanese Yen and the US Dollar Japanese Yen have totally blown their bear flag patterns. We only take a short from a bear flag, and they blew out the top of the bear flag. So there's no trade on either of them, and I'm done with both of them for right now. And that is all the active trades for today. Let's take a look at today's trade picks. Today we're looking at an ascending triangle on the cryptocurrency XRP. An ascending triangle consists of a strong resistance level like this one up at 6,700 with several historical touches or approaches of the line, and a series of higher lows as fewer and fewer traders are thinking about taking this short. Each time the price gets back up to the resistance level, it chips away at sell orders until it finally breaks through. It should break out of the pattern with strong momentum. The ascending triangle is a bullish pattern, and I will only take a buy signal on it. And a good consolidation pattern like this should be accompanied by a decline in volume and volatility, like you see right down here. I measure the volatility using the average true range, or ATR. And here's the trade plan. We're going to buy a daily candle close above the triangle, or above 0.6700. On the breaking candle, to enter a full-size trade, we want to see the volume bar reach up to the volume average. If it doesn't quite reach the average, but does reach 75% of the average, I'll open a half-size position to reduce risk. You can calculate the percentage by dividing this volume number by this volume average, and you should get at least 0.75. If you don't get that amount, I suggest you stand aside on the trade. Your stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR. Your first target is 1 times the ATR. So when this thing breaks and you are prepared to make your buy order, look down here at the ATR, multiply that by 1.5, measure that distance below the entry, and that will be your stop loss. Measure 1 ATR above your entry, and that will be your first target. If after entering the trade we get a candle close back inside the triangle, we'll take the loss right then and not wait for it to hit the stop loss. A break out of the pattern should be explosive and hit our target fairly quickly. If not, and the momentum goes away, we want to shut the trade down without taking a full stop if possible. When the price hits our first target, we'll close half the position for profit, set the stop loss to break even on the remainder, then we'll follow stops as price moves in our direction until the market takes us out. I will only risk about 2% of my account on each trade. And that's today's setup on the cryptocurrency XRP. The next setup today is another ascending triangle on the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar Forex currency pair. I brought you guys up to speed on an ascending triangle earlier, so here's the trade plan. We will buy a daily candle close above the triangle, or above 108.30. I won't bore you with that whole spiel again. The management details are always the same. If there is at least average volume, enter a full-size position. If there's only 75% of the volume, enter a half-size position. Otherwise, stand aside. Stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR. The first target is 1 times the ATR. If you get a candle close back in the triangle after you enter the position, close the position and take the loss. Get half off for profit when it hits the first target and move the stop to break even on the remainder. Maximum of 2% risk on this trade. And that's today's setup on the Aussie Kiwi Forex pair. Okay guys, I always tell you this. This is how I manage these trades. You do you, okay? You need to make sure you understand what you're comfortable with and you trade it that way. To help me keep a handle on the psychological side of trading, I use my trading maxims. A maxim is a general truth, fundamental principle, rule of conduct, or a proverbial saying. You guys know the deal. Use whatever tools you need to help you maintain discipline, because discipline and consistency in everything are paramount. Today, Tim's trading maxim number 73. With everything that has happened to you, you can either feel sorry for yourself or treat what has happened as a gift. Everything is either an opportunity to grow or an obstacle to keep you from growing. You get to choose. And that's a quote from Dr. Wayne Dyer. Dr. Dyer was a psychologist, author, and motivational speaker, and I've followed him for many years. Sadly, he passed in 2015, but his wisdom still lives on. This quote embodies what I try to live every day. To paraphrase a common saying, doo-doo occurs. What happens to you is less important than how you respond to it. Feeling sorry for yourself, counterproductive. Complaining to everyone around you just makes people not want to be around you. Understand, I'm not talking about the small group of people that you should have around you to whom you can bare your soul. They're an important part of maintaining your mental health. I'm talking about telling everyone within earshot about how terrible your life is. Those are the people who don't really care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your problems. They got their own stuff, you know? And of course, the other side of that is, if you dwell on the crap in your life, all you'll see is the crap in your life. If you have a real problem, by all means share it with your confidant. Otherwise, suck it up and move on. And as I always try to bring this right around to trading, I have to tell you, I made a mistake last week. I miscalculated and overtraded on Bitcoin, and when I closed the position, I lost more than my normal 2% max, even though it only went halfway to my stop loss, so it's probably good it didn't go all the way. My loss approached 4%, so that was somewhat unpleasant, but my life went on, and I never trade money that I can't afford to lose, so my lifestyle won't change because of it. It'll just take me a little bit longer to hit my goals. But I still get to eat and all that stuff, and it surely would be unpleasant if I couldn't eat. Remember our XRP cryptocurrency trade for today? Buy a daily candle close above the triangle or above 6,700. And our Aussie Kiwi trade plan for today: buy a daily candle close above the triangle or above 108.30. For both trades, take a full-size position if you've got average volume or better, half-size position if you've got 75% average volume or better. Your stop loss is 1.5 times the ATR. Your first target is 1 times the ATR. Okay, so are you ready for our big announcement? Are you? Well, you're going to have to wait. I gotcha. Just joking. Listen, the genius techie guys at Trading Strategy Guides have put together an app that will give you access to me. And I'm really excited about this thing. This app will include all my trade calls, not just the ones from the videos, although they're in there too. The reason I'm excited about this is that it will give me a way to contact you guys throughout the week and respond to questions and so on. And better than that, when I make a change to a setup or add a new setup in the middle of the week, which I do all the time, I'll be able to notify you of the change, and it will appear on the open trade calls. At a glance, you'll be able to see my current trade pick status. It is very cool. To be straight up with you guys, I'm not sure how all of it works just yet, but the tech team at TSG is on top of the whole thing and has already implemented changes that I've asked for to try to make this thing as user-friendly as possible. And I love the name, too. Comcash Alerts. That just makes me want to, sit back in my chair. That's exactly how I like to trade, calmly and peacefully. This is what the app is going to look like on your phone, and it should be available for both iPhone and Android. And here's the trade setup screen in phone size. And these are the completed trades list, which also includes all the active trades. This is the full screen desktop version of the app, and this chat page where you guys can ask questions and make comments, and it's also the place I'll share trade updates. So I think this app is ready for you guys to check out. I'll include a link in the description box below, either that or a timeline when it will be launched. I didn't think to ask the techie guys while they were in the office on Friday, and now it's Sunday afternoon. So I'm not sure exactly where we are on this, but I will know tomorrow morning. Anyway, this is going to revolutionize the way I share my trade setups, and I have a ton of setups that I don't have time to share in a Trade Picks video each week. So check out the details in the description box below. And that is it for today's video. Come back Wednesday for the next installment of the Trading Education series. This time we'll look at a MACD trading strategy. And be here Friday for my strategy of the week and next Monday for my trade picks. My videos come out at 3 p.m. New York time, barring unforeseen circumstances. Don't hesitate to ask any questions you may have. Remember, the only stupid question is the unasked one. If this video helped you, click the like below, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to be notified of our videos in the future. Have a great week, and I'll see you Wednesday.